but singing the blues. Oh, sister, have I got news for you? Okay, so I'm sitting out here just winding down outside the house,
in the bed,
and getting ready to walk in. You know, in conversations, you can listen to someone. People say a lot of things. They say and express, convey a lot of things. You cannot cloak energy and intention. You can't hide it. At least not from me anyway. For people who are in any way spiritually intelligent, emotionally intelligent. Because there's a vibration that comes off of the words that you might say to someone, where people get to see they might not know, like you might not know exactly what the rot is, or what the poison is, or what the disease is, what the lie or the specific deception is. But if you feel that, I find when I look back, from as long as a year ago, back to 20, 30 years ago.
and we'll have to come back to this. I lost this footage. Sorry about that.
I can't stand the rain against my window. I can't stand the rain against my window. So this is another night. I'm just getting off of work. It's super late. There's some creepy ass people around where I work at tonight. They're showing up out of nowhere with an entire pit bull. You look sketchy, you look out of place. Hanging around for no apparent reason. Anyway, I believe that when we have, when your intuition is knocking, and it's like, don't you see that? Don't you feel that? I will never deny myself or my intuition or my higher self, whatever part of myself that's picking up on the vibration, on the lower vibration. That's why I'm so sensitive to it. I've never wanted to hurt anyone physically. Never. Even the people that technically deserve it. Because like the worst that I think someone can get is for those rotten ass people that would hurt someone or that wish ill on others. The worst that you can get is yourself in a connection, to think that you've made a friend or that you've made an emotional connection with someone who is like, their emotions have been fried out from the abuse and anger and hurt that person feels, that those people feel. Because it's like, we have a choice. We have a choice. Just because you're hurt. Let me give you an example. A young woman. I won't name anyone specifically. Because it can happen to a male or a female. But, a person, your very first sexual experience, what broke your virginity was the violation and manipulation and perversion of someone stronger than you or bigger than you. So that kind of taints every sexual experience after that, right? I get that. Does that mean that you never let anyone in ever? Of course not. It means at least not until you're ready to. You get to choose. You get to choose if you are going to allow the connections and if you are going to be love, since this universe or something or someone in it had a plan to kill love inside of you. The whole agenda could have been to present a so-called fallen angel, or just to break you so that you show up different in the world. Let's see how she feels now that this has happened. Or let's see how he feels now. How light is that little bright going to be now? Little bright. How bright is that light going to be now? Now that I've snatched or taken what you thought, what you're the perpetrator. I personally chose love. I just wanted to explain a little bit. When I say I chose love, I choose love and I chose love. These things make people feel hatred and want to shut off so that no one can get that close to love you again, when really that could have been the actual goal. The goal was to kill love and your ability to attract love and to be love. Thus, that would kind of leave you isolated, where you would never be in a healthy, fruitful connection with the opposite sex or with the same sex, whoever you're choosing to love. The point is that you are choosing. I choose. I chose and I choose consistently to love. Everyone deserves love. You have no idea how many times people try to break my heart and cover my light and literally put my light out. The men who maybe got their feelings hurt by a woman that looked like me or a girl that looked like me. The females who maybe they envied someone whenever they were in grade school or in college. Bullshit like that. Seriously, a female that looked like you is the reason that the guy that I really liked, she had his attention. And so these females, man, just people in general. That's why I won't isolate it to just talk about men, because women are in that too. Women are in that too. Envy and jealousy. It makes people become, man, vindictive and vengeful, as if you've actually done something. If I could tell you some of the things, just a few of the things, of the many things that I have experienced, that I knew that jealousy and envy were at the root of it. The idea that how I look is somehow is something called a pretty privilege. I'm learning about that from some people who decided just to keep it 100% real, that in some people's mind, people just kind of sum up what they think you deserve or what they think you probably have been exposed to. And, you get all this attention and all these opportunities, you can afford to be knocked down a couple of notches. Let me help you off of that high horse. And I'm like, just stay the fuck away from me. Stay away from me. That's a part of love too, because I put that distance there between me and some people, male and female, just to preserve myself and to preserve a connection. A lot of times I choose love. Otherwise, man, I could be walking vengeance and redemption. I could be a walking disease to the men that I know have hurt many women, to the women who have soured the hearts and the minds of many men. I could befriend them and turn their worlds upside down. I have never, ever moved like that, because I know that these things come back to you. And if you don't get to see them in this lifetime, this is karma that you'll get in another lifetime. And don't forget, baby, the sins of the father. Hallelujah. The sins of the father on the seeds of the today's generations. You get to see some of those curses, those generational curses. You have to wonder, where's the seed for that? Where did that even start? Someone who chose other than love, man. And what you put out there, is that a vibration that gives you that structure of the honeycomb, the epitome of life, that it brings life, it nurtures life, it gives life. It gives life. I choose love. I choose it. I choose to build you up. I choose to accept you with your flaws. I choose to accept the mission. Since you are in my path, we've fallen on each other's path. And I see your hurts and your owies that cause you to act like a straight demon to me. I get to, instead of discarding you, instead of walking away or running away, instead of sounding the alarm and telling everyone around, this is one of them motherfuckers. This is one of them. No, I choose to handle you with care. I can show you better than I can tell you. When I was alone, for my girlfriends out there, when I was alone with your significant other or your spouse, did I try to take them? Did I try to present myself in a way that was inappropriate, that a friend or a sister would never do? I promise I never have. For my other halves, potential other halves, these men that are running around here, running amok amongst my sisters, causing a literal trench in this war, filled up with women, well-meaning women that have done nothing to you, nothing to these men. Man, I could be wrath. I could be holy wrath, and rightfully so, for the damage that so many people have caused. I chose love. I choose love. I have so many threads of conversations via email, text, voice messages. People, if any of my exes can be completely honest, I never struck them. I never came for them. When they hurt me, and I mean hurt me in the deepest, worst, most despicable way, I showed them love even on my way out the door. It is not my job to tear you down. It is also not my job to stay present, to be torn down. I chose love. That's what it looks like. So it dawned on me that I've been moving in error. I get off from when I have to work both jobs. It's almost every day. This is Sunday. I've been telling my daughters and my son to not, like when you arrive to your destination, get out of the car. When I get off super late like I did tonight, I know that I should get out of the car as soon as I get home. But sometimes I sit in the car and listen to music, or I write. Not like this write, not like the Conscious Rant write, but like with my hand. And when I pulled up, I noticed, there was a car. It hadn't pulled into the parking lot the same way I did, through another entrance, like from the street. They pulled out of a parking spot facing the street and like made a U-turn and went back into the complex. And so that caught me, and I was just like, well, what the fuck was that? Like, should I go and just peek and see? Because they could have been like door dashing and maybe gotten the wrong address. You know what I'm saying? It could have been something like that. And so so I watched and I didn't see anything. I didn't see anybody. And I even tried to fake it a couple of times. Unlocked the door, gathered my things, turned the car off. And then I start the car back up a couple seconds later, because just my spidey senses were going off. You don't think it's times like that I'd be like, damn, that's what it's like being single in this bitch. So, I still have a cover. I'm still covered. If somebody took my life, I'm still covered. However, today, when I finally decided to get out of the car, and I'm looking, 2 men came out from the south. Now, it's under 40 degrees outside. So, and we were right next door to 7-Eleven. So there'd be no reason for anyone to come from the other direction, I did my usual, my iconic, acting like I'm on the phone, and there's no one on the phone. There's no one who knows that I'm outside. Because I don't want to wake my sister, I don't want to wake her. And I don't know why I feel like this. Because I do feel it genuinely, but I'm just saying, I genuinely feel like I hope that you are not coming for me. Not even because like I want to keep my life, because you would have to take my life. You'd have to take it. But not even because of the fear of losing my life. I know that I am spiritually protected. I know that. I feel sorry for anyone who hurts me, anyone who deceives me, anyone who unjustly comes against me. Misdirected, unwarranted harm and malice to chosen individuals who actively stand in their purpose and in their craft, and with dignity and honor and humility, who are not attention seeking, who do not use, abuse, or hurt people, who consciously lift others up, even my enemies, and that's a hell of a lot of people. So I'm learning. I've called men my brothers who turned out to be slithering snakes on their bellies. And the same for women. Women and older people who have the same responsibility that I have. In positively, intentfully sharing, conveying messages, spiritual nudges, people who consciously, like they aim for what is right. It's hard to get mad and stay mad at people that I know have betrayed me, have hurt me for no reason. They know I haven't done shit to them. I haven't said shit about them. This is just me, just being myself. Today, I think most of them know. They know that I know now. It was a white guy and a black guy. It ain't shit out behind me, except for an Air Force base. It made me think about death that fast. What have I left unsaid? What have I left undone? What haven't I returned to? What haven't I finished? What haven't I expressed? What have I failed to heal? I don't mean like failed to heal for myself, but like if the times that I know that I can help somebody else. Because you know, there's some, when you're talking about healing, it's like there's a, you know, we have a responsibility to ourselves. What are you communicating to yourself? I ask myself, what am I communicating to myself? What does it mean that I have an abundant heart, completely open, non-judgmental heart for so many other people, but for myself, I'm so tight on myself, so hard on myself. Like I've had to fight this last little bit just to take it easy. I guess your child wanted to leave, your son wanted to leave, you know, at 16 years old. Not that that's uncommon. A man finds or makes his way in this world. There are some that stay home until 18, until 25, until 32. They stay home. They have a different way that they're going to work theirs. Then there are some that get out there. I've heard the stories. I've been on my own since I was 12 years old, since I was 14 years old. And I believe it too. I can tell by the way they move. So if I'm being honest, this is the weirdest thing. It's like when I consider like how far someone would go to carry out vengeance, it makes me start thinking, who are my worthy adversaries to consider, right? See how creative I get? This is why I be writing, okay? This is why I write. So, I'll come back to that.
And I am aware of the people who look at my videos just to see if their names are being dropped, just to see if somebody knows what you've done, what you're doing with your deceitful, cunning, puny ass. I know. Just know that I know. And that's all that matters. The moment that you make a move, you need to know.
Like what's standing out to me is like I sit in the car. I've been doing it a lot lately. Like when I come over to my sister's house, and I have some specific reasons why I do that. A lot of it is out of consideration for her. So I don't want to come in her house when I get off super late, you know? Knowing that she's at work before 5 o'clock in the morning. That's one of the reasons I'm talking as low as I can. But if someone's been watching, maybe you can watch from a distance, maybe see or notice my schedule. I will eliminate the threat. Because now I'm also concerned about my sister. It's not every day. Okay, let's get on with the rant. So I met a couple who they met me because I was just like, they were glowing together. And so I'm complimenting them on how beautiful they look together. And I am so dry. Just a second.
Don't you know I appreciate you tuning in to this Conscious Rant? I ask that you come back and catch me again for another Conscious Rant. In the meantime, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.